Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. My hubby is going to share with you what he does with huge, giant jewelry lots that we purchase from thrift stores. Hope this helps you. Enjoy.
Hey, this is Paul from Hooked on Pickin, and we had a few questions about how we go through jewelry. And so I mentioned in one of our eBay selling videos that I have bought jewelry in glass vases. This is what we're looking at here. These were purchased at Savers. Now, we purchased them for $15 plus $13, the different vases. It actually turned out to be less than that. We got 30% off on that. So we have a little less than $20 invested in all of this jewelry. And so what I normally do is I, even in the store, will pick it up and systematically kind of roll through it to see if there's anything that will pop out. And if you are in a thrift shop and you see something similar to this, what you're looking for is there any marking of sterling, any marking of 10 karat, 14 karat, those sorts of things. Now, not every store does something like this. Some actually just put plastic jewelry in there, and that's really not going to be worth your time to invest in that at all. Crafters love these sorts of things, so you could sell just a lot of jewelry by itself, but most of the time they're putting all the jewelry in these little glass containers to just try to move it and get rid of it. And you will find some really good gems in these things. It's a bit of a grab bag feel to it, a little bit of a gamble, if you will, and I do not like gambling, especially when it's coming to reselling. So we try our best to look through to see, is there something in these that would help us to be able to determine, yes, that's going to be worth it, no. And I know that's not the greatest angle of camera work I'm trying here, just to get you a feel for how it is to look through these things here. I'll try to switch it to here and see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, a little bit it does. Lots of pins in this one, and I thought we had noticed a couple of sterling pieces in there. So hopefully that will work out well. I'm going to pause it, and then I'll show you a little bit later how I sort through these things. There we go. That's focused a lot better. Let me roll a little bit more while it's focused nice. See that little boot there? I believe that's a sterling piece there. And you can look through here. You can find some very old pens that often they'll throw in glass vases like this. And it's kind of fun to go through and see what you find. And we're going to do that right now. Once you have the tape removed, what you're going to want to do is to get some tools together. Now I have a couple of things. Sorry about bumping the camera there. I have a little scale here that helps me be able to weigh any gold or sterling that we might find here. It's a very accurate scale. You can easily get this on Amazon also. They're not paying me to say this. There's plenty of scales out there that will really help you, but this is a good one. And then I'll even take a picture of if it's sterling or gold on the scale so people know exactly what they're getting if they're buying for scrap value. So that's one of the things that's good to be able to have. Also, when it comes to rings, you're going to need a ring sizer. There's all kinds of different ones that you can find out there. This is just one that Heather and I use to be able to help us to know what is that ring size when we find. So the tape is off. This is good. And then I've just got some containers. These were actually, we got this in a bulk box. I think one of the plastic lids was damaged, but it works perfect. You're going to want to divide the jewelry up. Now here's how I divide them. Precious metals, I'll divide one of the little boxes for sterling, one of the little boxes for gold. I'll also then divide any pendant. Sometimes pendants can be a big deal. Let me just see if I can find, I know right off the top here is a pendant. If you look at this pendant here, it's a theme pendant. I believe that is the Sears Tower. Now, I could be wrong about that, but all right. Now this pendant alone might have some value to it. It's probably, with the chain, it's probably from the 70s, 80s, maybe early 90s. And it might have only been a souvenir that they could have got at the Sears Tower for a few years. So that would be a spot where we put that in one of the little boxes here and go, okay, we're going to look at that one in a moment. Another thing that you're going to do is, when you reach in, you're going to find anything with an actual name on it. Let's see if I can be able to, I don't know if it'll focus for me or not. There we go. any named jewelry piece. Now, I have no clue if that named clip-on earring is good or not, but what we're going to do is we're going to have to investigate that, and hopefully we have both of them. Now, it looks like costume jewelry to me, but that name alone might make it worth $30, $40. I've been really shocked and surprised by things like that before. And then we're gonna clean this up a little bit too as it goes. But any name pieces, you're also gonna put in a container. And you just systematically go through this whole jar full of stuff, and you're setting things aside. And you'll find pens. If you find a pen, you're going to want to put that in its separate spot. And we're going to look for, if you will, junk drawer lots. You're going to be looking for all clip-on earring lots. You're going to be looking for watches. You're going to be looking for pens, souvenirs, push pins, all sorts of different little things. And this jar that we spent, I think it came to a little less than $10 because of the discount we got. You might find that it's worth $50, $60, all the jewelry in here, especially if you find precious metals. Okay, the jewelry is out of the glass vase. There's a glass vase there. We'll look at that one in another video. But if you look here, now we have it all on the table. So again, forgive me for my camera work here. I'm trying to do both. You're going to sort through things. You've got a pen like this, and you're going to set that aside, but you flip it over and you find out it's actually broken off. Now that can be repaired, but most likely this isn't valuable enough to actually necessarily care too much about repairing. Here's one that would have been correct. It's got the pen correct there. So again, there it is. It's all out on the table. You're going to just kind of scoot it to the side so that you can see what you got, and then you're going to sort through, and I'll show you what I found here in just a few moments. Okay, I wanted to show you what I found so far as we've been going through that pile of jewelry there. This is what I kind of consider to be the junk, if you will. It's a few pens that are broken, some things that aren't quite complete. That is an old button right there. It says Union on the back. I might be able to show it to you. Let's see if I can flip that around there. So I will look that up just to see if it's worth anything, but I don't believe that that is anything incredibly special there. So a couple interesting pieces so far. Of course, I've found some good little pens there. I believe, again, there's a Sears Tower there. This pen right here has an interesting ship on it, and I've got to clean up. It's actually dirt. I thought it was rust for a while, but it's actually dirt, so I'll have to clean that up a little bit. And this is a really interesting pen here. So if I can flip this on the back, it's labeled Roman there, so I can look that up and see. Really pretty design. I know the camera's not really doing it justice there for you. And this is a very old locket, very vintage locket. I thought it might have been a precious metal at one time. I think it might be brass though, but really pretty locket. So someone had that for a long time. The front looks like it was either might have had a precious stone in it, or maybe it was just a picture of some sort. So I'll have to do some investigating, but that actually might be worth a little something there. How'd you like to wear those earrings, huh? Boom. Huge. Massive. Another something very interesting there. That's like a, I think that's a money clip. It's kind of a cool looking money clip. A couple old, looks like Greek shekels of some sort there. And then I always lot together all of the pens. Some of the pens are just kind of silly pens, but some are named, like that St. Charles, Missouri, Tennessee, TWA, little flight pen. Those, you might be shocked what they might go for. I'll either sell, maybe that St. Charles, Missouri might be vintage. That's probably Lewis and Clark is my guess, if my focus wants to go right. And then some of these other pens. Some of the pens are named, like this one here is a named pen back here. And again, what you'll do is you'll look up that name, and I know it might be hard to focus. I don't think it's going to work. But you see that little circle there, a little oval, that's where the name is. And you'll look that up to see, is it worth anything? You might find that this pen might be worth quite a bit, and the rest of the pens go in a lot. That's a real pretty pen also. It's got some age to it also. This here, I believe, is some kind of sweater clip, if I'm thinking correctly. There's a better term for that, but that looked nice. And then I did find 2 sets of clip-on earrings and that are both named right there. And normally named clip-on earrings do go pretty well. So I'm going to keep exploring and I'll show you what else I find in a moment. Okay, I am finally done looking through all of the different jewelry for this one jar. This is all, if you will, the scrap. What I'm going to do with this is there are some rhinestones, some different little things, a crafter's paradise and dream. All of this will go in one lot and I will sell that on eBay by itself to let crafters have fun and enjoy. Either they're missing a part or the gemstone is popped off. Yes, you could take time to repair it, but who's got that much time? So let somebody else enjoy it and have fun with that there. Here are some of the bracelets that I was able to find. 1 or 2 of them are named, and so there might be something potential there. What I do with named anything is we look it up on its own to see if that is sellable on its own. If not, those will go in a bracelet lot and we'll sell that. The stuff right here are pendants. Some of them, yes, have to be cleaned up a little bit, but quite a few. And what we'll do is we'll take the keychains and the pendants and we'll lot those together, probably also with this cool money clip. Here was another nifty little coin thing. It says 1908 on it. Not sure if it's from 1908, but I'll investigate that. And that will go in one lot and we'll sell that if I can get this to focus. There we go. And we'll seek to sell that there in one lot also. So already now we've got about 3 lots going to sell. I move over here. Here are all the different pens. Lots of different pens, different kinds and whatnot. Some of them are real basic, like this little bear is a very, very basic pen, probably not worth hardly anything. But it will go in the lot also, along with some of the other named pens. This is a really neat looking pen here, kind of a cowboy skull with the diamond eye. Here's an Olympic American pen. Golfing pens, flowers. A few of them are named. Again, we'll look up the name pens to see if they're worth anything. And then if they are, we'll sell those separately. If not, they'll go in the lot. And again, I think this is our 4th lot out of that grouping there. These 2 things here will be kind of neat to look up. Sometimes these are very collectible. Sometimes they're worthless. So we'll find out when we look at that. If they're not collectible, if you will, they'll go in one of the lots to kind of beef up the lot, if you will. And then these are all the clip-on earrings. Several of those are named. Again, like I said, we'll go through the named ones, but they will most likely go all in one lot. So there's about 10 pairs or so, and usually we make about $10 for 10 pairs of clip-on and screwback earrings. And then we've got rings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different rings. They're all somewhere between 6 and 7 size. 2 of them are marked, but they're not marked with precious metals. They just have a name on it. So let me see if I can do this without dropping my camera here. This was probably the nicest of the rings that's here. Is a very pretty ring there. If I can get that to focus, it probably is not going to do it for you. But a nice ring there. Let's see if I can make it come over here a little bit and focus. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. This one is named. It's most likely a designer costume jewelry. This one might be $20 just by itself. And then again, it might just be a simple costume ring where it goes in the lot. But so we've got the ring lot 1, clip-on 2, the pens 3, these charms and pendants 4, the bracelets 5, and then the jewelry over here of the crafter lot. I mean, we've got several lots here, and we should be able to make our money up. And again, we've got $10 invested. We'll probably make $50, probably 30 to 50, depending on what some of the name pieces bring. And yeah, it goes good. I will be opening this lot over here in just a little bit. And you'll see that video coming up very soon. So hopefully it's been helpful how we go through that jewelry And I just about forgot. I did find one little piece of sterling. It's just the hardware. So it will go in a sterling lot, but we will get other sterling pieces together for it. So hope
Hey,
this
I
has
hope
been
this
helpful.
helped you to understand
And,
what we
I
do
will
with
see you
our
next time.
huge jewelry lots. And remember, in the end, Jesus wins. If you are looking for resources to help you resell, just click the eBay link below to purchase my Hooked on Pickin Reseller program, which I created from my 10 years of experience reselling. It has checklist cards for Amazon, eBay, and Goodwill. The Goodwill card has over 80 different tips, items, and strategies listed by department. The eBay card has a 6-step guide for reselling, and the Amazon card has a 6-step guide for reselling. They are fully laminated so they can easily go anywhere without being ruined. These are a great resource to buy. Just click below. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, just click on them here. And if you'd like to learn more about the reseller world, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Thanks.